Hello, friends. We are not having sound. Wait, we are having sound. We are having sound? We are having sound. Okay. I think things are fine. Oh my word. So, I'm about to say the most dumb thing of anyone ever. So it wasn't showing the sound picking up for like at first. It was delayed. So my computer is running like poo-poo because I left Mystery of the Seven Keys running on my computer all night, and I did not get around to rebooting my computer, so my computer's struggling a bit. It's fine. We're all struggling a little bit, right? It's just relatable. Suki has already decided to leave me, so that's cool. But how are you guys doing? I am having a day. So, my day started with noticing a venomous spider on my wall in my bedroom, like next to my bed. And then later this afternoon, I was gonna have a shower before the stream, so I looked, not silly, and also like my hair needs to be washed. My dermatitis said, bestie, we gotta wash. And I got in the shower, looked to the left, and there was, and in hindsight, I think I accidentally I accidentally had my glasses on in the shower, which I don't normally do. Thank goodness. My gosh. So I stepped in the shower and I looked to the left and there was a cockroach, literally like the length of one of my fingers. Like a cockroach like this long. Like this long. In the shower. On the shower curtain with me. So I had to I lifted up the shower curtain with it like trapped in between the shower curtain and the liner so I could shut off the water really fast after I screamed, obviously. And like this was me. This was me in the shower earlier. Just screaming. Yeah, Ducky is now living like an hour and a half from me, so you're welcome. You get to experience all the joys of the South, the bugs, the heat. It's great, isn't it? So, yeah. Suki, stop. Just giant cockroach in the shower. That's fine. And Mr. Beat is still trying to work, dealing with some stuff at work. And so, so that cockroach is it's just gonna live its best life until he gets home, because I refuse to, ma'am, no. I refuse to deal with it. It just is what it is. Where's Robert Irwin when you need him to gush over the critter's magnificence and then promptly relocate them for you? That's basically what Mr. Beat does. That's pretty much what he does. Hello, Amy. Glad to see you. Thanks for popping in. The accents here are incredible. I think where you are currently is a bit more in the boonies than where I am. So there's definitely accents where I am, but yeah, I think maybe not quite as strong. I mean, there's definitely people with strong accents where I am, but I won't say the name of the place, but not saying the name of the town, but the town here near where I am. It's funny to hear people that are not from here pronounce it because they enunciate it way more than people from here do. I won't say what it is, obviously, but it's just very funny. And you know what? I'm skipping to Exotic because I don't want to deal with that song. Suki! I feel like my accent isn't too southern. Yeah, I don't think I really have too strongly southern of an accent. Despite being from this kind of area, I think Mama Beat doesn't have a very strong one either. And my dad is from like the Midwest, and so he doesn't have... Ma'am, what are you doing? He doesn't have a strong accent at all either. My mom has always joked that he should get off the keyboard. Okay. Have a cat booty. She skipped our songs. Go back to the song. Get out of the Cool Whip container. Y'all, this day is an experience. It's an experience. It's charming. Left and right with his drawl. That's so funny. Also, hello, Mama B. Glad to see you. Give us a number of your bug, man. Suki, I think Mr. B's gonna spray, and I think our other problem is that our... like, the weatherproofing around our doors and stuff is kind of just, like, non-existent. But it's fine. It's fine, right? Suki has decided she needs to become the problem. I didn't have enough bug problems, now I gotta deal with you. I gotta deal with you being a goober. So, okay, so another, like, a funny story we'll talk about while we're talking about accents and all of that. Hi. So Mr. Beat is from more south, more strongly accented than I am. And there was this video I saw, this lady, I think she was from Alabama, and she has a very strong Southern accent. And her husband came over and was, to be funny, was like, we're gonna have you pronounce this, and the thing she had to pronounce is 5 quarts of boiling oil. And the point was, like, you need to say it properly and then say it like you normally would. And how she tried to say it properly was not super proper and not all that far off from how she actually pronounced it. It was just, you could tell there was separate words there. So yeah. It was interesting. And I showed it to Mr. Beat, and he was like, yeah, that's how you say it. It's 5 quarts of boiling oil or whatever. Like, ridiculous. This all run together thing it was. I'm like, no, it's 5 quarts of boiling oil. Why would you say it differently than that? Like, it was, I don't know what it was, but I'm like, I will say Southern things. I will say y'all. I will have kind of an accent and draw things out and have, like, the drawl a little bit. But I'm like, I don't understand that one. Like, why are you just slurring your words completely? Like, there's no distinction between words. It's yeah. Nice hat, by the way. Yeah, so I got my new hat on. Thanks, you guys, for noticing. I literally just got it in the mail today. Yeah, I do feel like this is kind of a best hat a little bit. I need to look at the colors again to see what I think Deirdre would wear. But, yeah, Amy, I think I have seen those videos. They're funny. I have a couple other things that I got. And one of them, I got them as test products. One of them in particular, it's not even on the website yet because I was testing to see if it would print correctly. It did not, so I've got to change the color of one part. The main part of it printed perfectly. Like, it looks fantastic. The text is too dark, so it just blends in. So I've got to fix that. But once I get that fixed, it's all gonna be good. And that one will be coming to my merch site soon. Very excited. But the other thing I got... Oh no. Sadness story. I just agreed with you, basically. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, I got the little, like, crop top. That was the Wheel of Lights in the kind of off-white creamy color. It's very cute. I haven't tried it on yet because I haven't been able to shower because of the stupid cockroach. Anyway, I'm also, like, I haven't brushed my hair or anything, so my hair is just, like, shedding, like, so much. I'm just gonna have a pile of hair next to me. I have to vacuum later or something. I also gave, so, because I needed an arm workout yesterday, I gave Mr. Beat a haircut. And because his hair was like down to here or something, and his hair is now like up here, like short length. You need it to chill out there so you can wear your Shadow Ranch stuff. I'm so excited about the little hoodie that she added to the store just for me because I'm extra like that. I'm like, I already have a sweatshirt in this color. I already have a sweatshirt in that color. But what if, and hear me out, you just made a separate product just for me? So, yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited. But I think we need to get to the game. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. Also, hopefully I can actually stream it this... soon. Hopefully I can stream it soon. I don't know for sure what this week looks like. I was thinking about doing a little trip thing. I'm not sure if that's gonna work out, so I just don't know. I also have a friend who I think I mentioned on my Instagram story. That's why I didn't stream last week. She had basically had surgery, and so I've been her designated driver for all the things that she's not allowed to drive for. And she was supposed to be on a really fun trip this week, so I'm going to spend some time with her in lieu of that. But yeah, so I don't know for sure about my streaming schedule for the rest of the week, if I'll be able to stream again. Hopefully I will. There is a new game. I don't know if it'll be what I stream this week or if I'll do it like maybe next week. But there's this game called Supermarket Simulator. Oh my gosh. It is so chaotic, so funny, and it's a great time. So I really want to stream that game. I bought it kind of on a whim after... So, wait, what? What? Why are you yelling at me? Why are you yelling at me? Your husband bought that? For the two of you to play? It doesn't have multiplayer. Anyway, it's a great time. Mr. B came over and I was like, I really like this game. And he was like, yeah, I can tell by the 8.2 hours you already have in this game. I bought it like the previous day and I already had 8 hours in the game. And yeah. It's funny because so it's early access right now. So there's some quirks, there's some glitches, there's some wonkiness, and we love it for it. I haven't been able to figure out how to get on the Discord though, so I've not been able to
Welcome to my latest case. Secret of the
like submit things saying like what glitches have happened for me. So that's not ideal. Okay, so he just got it for both of you guys to play because he thought you would both like it. That makes sense. I think it was possibly just from the being early access. It was on sale, and it might still be. It was like $10. Definitely worth $10.
Dear Dad, greetings from the new deputy curator at
Oh, we can accidentally skip this.
DC. I miss you, by the way. How's Africa? I sure hope this letter reaches you in Ouagadougou before you move on to Nairobi. So I got the internship. Your old friend Franklin Rose was awfully nice to submit my name to the rest of the members of the museum.
Oh, I just realized the handle of the magnifying glass. Also, I want to know her address.
As you probably know, the museum specializes in ancient Maya culture. My supervisor is going to be Joanna Riggs, a well-known archaeologist. Maybe you've seen her
Also, guys, I have new
in
redemptions.
conjunction with the discovery of a strange Maya monolith. Apparently, it's created quite a buzz among experts in the field. Well, Beach Hill plans to feature the monolith in an upcoming exhibition. Just imagine, this artifact has been buried for hundreds of years, and now it's going to be unveiled to the public for the first time. The museum is short-staffed at the moment, and they're expecting such a huge turnout that they've closed their doors to prepare. I can hardly wait to dig into this exciting project and learn how archaeologists and historians solve the mysteries of ancient cultures. I'll keep you posted. Love, Nancy.
Nancy Drew, I presume. I'm Joanna Riggs. Welcome to Beach Hill. I was just checking the lock on this display case. This is one of the museum's most treasured pieces, a carving of King Pakal.
I may or may not have a new redemption with
Pakal
her.
assumed the throne at age 12. Can you imagine? That was 615 AD. He ruled for 68 years at the height of the Maya civilization.
Is that Jade?
Yes, the Maya loved jade and used it for many of their carvings. Yes, there isn't another piece like this in the world, and it's priceless, which means I practically had to sell my own grandmother to get it.
How did the museum acquire it?
Leave it to Taylor Sinclair. He's a wizard when it comes to these deals. You'll meet him later. Now then, Nancy, you're coming on board at a critical time for Beach Hill. An exhibit of this caliber is not kid stuff. Franklin Rose assures me you're a
No.
real trooper, and I hope he's right because I'm not here to babysit. I don't care who your father is.
Not so fast.
Oh, Suki, stop. I don't think all of the viewers want ASMR.
I'm glad to be here. Please, tell me more about the exhibit.
In addition to our permanent collection, we're borrowing rare pieces from museums and private collectors around the world. Soon we'll be sitting on the most fabulous collection of Maya artifacts ever assembled in one place. And now that we've scored the monolith too, Beach Hill sera numero uno.
This monolith, it's an important discovery?
Yes, a hot young team of archaeologists, Americans and
Not-
Mexicans
not
both,
a
dug it out of
hot
cave
young
near
team.
Palenque. Every curator from here to Siberia was trying to get a hold of it, but I'm the one who closed the deal.
Okay. What does it look like?
Why do you mention the nationalities of the archaeologists?
Do you know what
Because
season
in
/ month is this
archaeology,
game?
Everyone wants to be king of the sandbox.
I think it's
became a
believed to be in
curator because I
April.
want to help make artifacts available to as many people as possible. That's all that matters, isn't it? Unless you're Alejandro Del Rio.
Because, hold on. Let me see. What is... Because I can't remember anything for more than 5 seconds. That's the other redemption I still need to make. Is that I have short-term memory loss. Yeah. So, oh. That was startling. Hello, Papa Beat. Because Ghost Dogs and Moonlight takes place like late April, early May. And Haunted Carousel takes place in June. Early June. And then Danger on Deception Island is mid-June. And then Shadow Range goes to August, and yeah. So basically like before like Last Train, not including Secret Duel Clock, obviously. The games went in pretty strict like chronological order of being not necessarily like the next month and year, but like they all happened chronologically when it comes to progressing throughout the year. Yeah, this game's definitely not in the fall. You were speaking about accents earlier. My correction, I speak with no accent. I said you basically didn't have an accent. Or like you didn't have a strong accent. Like arguably everyone has an accent. It's just you don't really have any sort of distinct one.
Who's Alejandro Del Rio?
Suki.
Wouldn't you rather hear about the monolith? It's a massive pillar of
She
stone,
said, I'm
nearly
going to tell you about what I
1,500
want to
years
tell you
old,
about.
with Maya glyphs carved into it. We've installed it in the garden. Wait until you see it.
May not take place in the fall, but someone in this game loves fall. What? Okay. Oh no. Oh dear.
How do you know it's 1,500 years old?
Ma'am,
According
stop
to
messing with my
Henrik, The
phone.
monolith was made at the special request of King Pakal himself, but
don't
we
stand on
don't
my
know
keyboard.
what its purpose was.
Who's
Who's
Henrik?
Henrik Vanderheun, world-renowned expert in Maya hieroglyphics. He's the latest addition to the Beach Hill Brain Trust.
Just
I
now
told
got
him
it.
I don't even want to see his pointy Vander head till he's got a translation on that monolith.
Amnesia? Okay. Pointy, what?
Pointy Vanderhead? Where was he working before?
At
What?
the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center in New Mexico.
Suki.
Anyway, there's a list of tasks for you in the lab. Once you've knocked those off, we'll regroup.
Are you trying to eat a cough drop? Suki, what in the heck are you doing? Get your mouth off my straw.
Shouldn't I
No.
have training?
No.
Don't
You can't.
worry, you'll be in the swing of things soon
God,
enough.
that was one
Go
of my
ahead and take a
redemptions
look
already.
around the museum. I'm sure
You
you'll
can't
find the
have this
monolith,
cough drop.
muy
What
interesante.
is this? Is this even a
Or
cough
just
drop?
roll up your sleeves and hit the lab.
What? You want this? Isn't this like a... I think this is like a root beer flavored hard candy or something weird. I don't know what that is. You can't eat it though. I also just realized I did not clean up any of the stuff in my streaming setup behind me. Thankfully, the part of that box that has my address on it is on the opposite side of the box. So that's good. Suki, can you stop knocking things over? What are you doing?
Thanks for the orientation,
I was supposed to
Joanna.
ask that.
I'll talk to you later.
Man.
Bye.
Okay. I feel like the music could be louder. We need this to be more bopping. Oh, do not click that link.
Dear
Do
Dad,
not
greetings
click
from the
that.
New deputy curator at Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I miss you, by the way.
Oh,
How's
that
Africa?
is not what I
sure
wanted.
hope this letter reaches you in Ouagadougou before you move.
Oh, no. No. Okay. That could be louder.
Dear Dad, greetings from the new
Let's just
deputy
go for
curator
that.
at Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I miss you, by the way.
Continue. Oh, yeah. The interview with Prudence Rutherford. I forgot that her husband drowned. What? What? Her husband drowned.
Commission for the arts. How cultured.
Okay. What? What? Oh, don't worry. My brain would not have been with me even if we hadn't talked on the phone for 2 hours. My brain was just not here today. Uh-oh, I think I left the stove on. What? Some things still remain beyond our expertise. Oh boy. See, that's me. Oh no, I left the stove on. Back home. After leaving to go up into the Himalayas or whatever. Oh no. Suki, just jump. Suki, just jump. Just go. Oh my word. So, does anyone remember back when I was like earlier on in streaming and I desperately wanted the cats to appear on stream? Suki really took that to heart. Oh. Okay. Wait, can I do anything back here? Well, I don't think that's right.
The knob is missing.
Well, I don't think that's my problem. Oh, my bad.
You must be Nancy, the new deputy curator.
There he is.
I'm Henrik Vanderheun.
That's right, I'm Nancy. Joanna tells me you're translating the glyphs on the Palenque monolith.
Yes, it's quite a project. The opportunity of a lifetime for me.
Oh, sadness. I realized that Ricky had stepped out earlier.
How's the translation coming along?
Fabulous. Just fabulous. Anyway, what can I do
Not
for you?
put on a shirt. Oh, wait. This game came out in like 2002. I think it's because he's working with chemicals and like old pottery that could be flaking off or have lead paint on it or something. I don't think it's... Oh gosh.
I'm curious about your work. How do you go about
I
translating
don't remember if we ask him about it.
Complicated process involving research, piecing lots of...
It's also to save on animation.
together, and
They don't have to show his mouth moving.
So there isn't a definitive dictionary of Maya glyphs where
Looks
you
like he has a
can look
rubber
things up?
jacket on.
I'm afraid not. You see,
What?
glyphs are so intricate and full of subtleties that multiple meanings may be embedded in a single glyph. So 3 distinct-looking glyphs may all translate to mean sunshine, roughly, but with different nuances.
Ah, so
There's
it's like a
much
tonal
we
language.
Still don't know. Lucky for me, I guess, or I'd be out of a job.
Joanna turned me loose without too many instructions. Do you have any advice for me?
Well, as you've probably heard, the museum is closed in preparation for the exhibit, so you'll have free run of the place. Please explore. The sooner you get to know your way around, the better. Think of the lab as your home base, your center of communications.
Welcome to
Anyone
my
who wants to
center of
get in touch with you will
communications.
leave a note or a
My
voicemail
desk.
Here, so check in often. I'm very busy with my work, so you're going to have to be pretty independent, but I suspect you wouldn't have it any other way.
See you around, Henrik.
Bye.
He's just smacking that vase with that paintbrush. Look at him go. Just smack, 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 smack. So here's one of the reasons we think the game takes place in April. There's a calendar here for April. So that's the theory. Now I'm gonna try to not be a dumb potato and actually make phone calls from the right phones and actually keep up with what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, yeah, the knob. I guess it is my problem. Yeah, Ghost Dogs is either like maybe really late April or early May. Because Ranger Acres, his calendar still shows April, but some things in the game would lead you to believe it's actually early May. How do you define a smart potato? Not getting stuck and being unable to progress the game because you can't figure out what phone to make phone calls on. That would not be smart potato things. You know what is smart potato things? Finally understanding Blaise Pascal's triangle. Oh, I can't zoom in. But I understand Blaise Pascal's triangle. It makes sense to me now. I had a whole conversation with Little One Cave and Tori and M. I don't remember who all was there. Where he explained how to understand that, and now everything makes sense. Okay. So we have the addenda. We need to take that to Alejandro. That was a snack drawer. I mean, it is a snack drawer because it's full of candy bars. It just also has a notebook in it. Oh, I can zoom in on this. I want to say this is the first reference to Coco Kringle. Is that right? Is that a thing? Shards of pottery, reassemble pots, bubble wrap, packing tape, sticky labels. Not this story. We can't go down that road, or the game will crash and it may never recover. So, for anyone who has no idea what we're talking about, when the wonderful Ricky of Indie Crafts played this game on stream, she, to be silly, was kind of flirtatious with Henrik Vanderheun over there. Mr. Mascaroony. Oh dear, I didn't mean to start a conversation. He is cuter with without the mask on. But she was kind of flirtatious a little bit, and she said something flirty and the game crashed. And so we have never let her live this down. And so anytime there's another game, if she would ever comment on a character being kind of cute, we're like, you gotta stay calm. Don't be flirty or your game's gonna crash.
Did you know the deputy curator who was here before me?
I think I've never seen this game before. Yeah.
I did. If he wasn't losing paperwork or setting off the fire alarm, he was cornering our visitors with his theory that the Maya were abducted by aliens. I'm afraid you'll be cleaning up his messes for a while.
So you've not seen this game before, because as a child, I played a little bit of this game and got trapped in a maze minigame and could not escape and could not finish the game. And so I did not play this game all the way through as a child. I started it and then I never finished it until I was like an adult.
See you around, Henrik.
Will do.
What? Henrik said he's been cleaning up his messes for a long time. That's why he's wearing a rubber jacket. It's just like a lab coat. Oh my word.
It looks like some pieces are missing.
Okay, you know what? What time is it? Like 1:15, 1:45. It's, how do you read a clock? It's fine. So bubble wrap, packing tape, sticky labels. So yeah, I think that's all under this, so
You have no voicemail.
I think that's the number. It's delightful.
Are you still having a sale on packing supplies?
That's right, 30% off on bubble wrap, foam peanuts, heavy-duty tape, medium and large boxes, sticky labels, and why supplies last, of
Don't
course.
mind me
Have you
squeaking
ordered from us
accidentally.
before?
Yes, I think so. We have an account number.
Okay, good. That saves me a lot of paperwork. What's the account number?
BH119K.
BH119K? Beach Hill? Are you serious?
You sound surprised. I guess you were expecting Sunny June?
I was expecting Beach Hill to settle its accounts with me about 6 months ago.
Oops.
I've sent all 6 of the outstanding invoices to a collection agency.
Not
And you
collections.
jokers won't get another packing peanut out of Silvio Jr. ever.
Not
Do not call here again.
not the museum being in collections. Is there a credit card scam happening here? This is concerning. Can I not get in this drawer? I guess not. Okay, so I guess we can't. I guess the lab rules don't really matter because we can't read those. So that's probably fine. I don't see what could go wrong there, not knowing proper lab procedures, but you know, c'est la vie. Oh, that's gonna be a later thing, I bet. Okay, if I could turn around, that would be delightful. Okay, there's one of the pieces of pottery. And a floppy disk. Oh, and some action figures. And a magazine that I cannot read. Why can't we use this bubble wrap? What about that bubble wrap? No, that bubble wrap. Wait, is this bubble wrap here just a landing pad? Because this is like a hatch. They just push a package through and it just lands here. That's funny. What to do? It's Nancy Drew. Just one packing peanut. Oh, we can do the... Oh, no. We can put the knob on. Can I open it now? Okay. I have to find the one pair of headphones that I'm allowed to have, even though they're all the same. Punchy LaRue.
Topeka Commission for the Arts. That's the organization Prudence Rutherford works for.
Dun dun dun. Salamander Jones. That's one of my favorites. Rusty Dents. There's Punchy LaRue. It's a 3.5 inch floppy disk in your collection of stuff. I don't know the specifics of the floppy disk, but it's a floppy disk. Wonder how much you may enjoy Scarlet. Ooh, Scarlet Hand depends on how much you like history. I have some amount of mixed feelings on this game. Like, it's one of those that I feel like when I first played it, I really liked it. And then very quickly I was like, this game is tedious. And then, like, I don't know, it's been a little bit of a roller coaster a little bit. I'm at a point where I definitely highly respect it. I think it is, I think it's probably of, you know, when I compare the games that came before it compared to this one is so much more fleshed out and has a lot more going on with it, a lot more puzzles, all that kind of stuff. Then, oh gosh, I don't know why I'm yawning. I feel like it's more developed in a lot of detail, and like a bigger game than the previous games up until this point, especially if you compare it to like the final scene, which is a pretty short game. But then it's interesting because you kind of cut back going shorter again with Ghost Dogs and Haunted Carousel, and then back like a bit longer with Danger on Deception Island, and so then it just kind of amps back up again. So I don't know, it's interesting. Wonder if the Dos Equis guy's in the Mexican consulate building. He's not, but this guy is, and maybe this is like his nephew or something. He's also Sheriff Fernandez. So I think this is another thing for me. I played Secret of Shadow Range before I played this game. And so for me, this voice is just Sheriff Fernandez. And that's all I can hear. And so, like, it's hard for me to... we're not going to do that one. It's hard for me to hear him and think of him as being a unique character. Like, I hear him and I'm just like, oh, this was just Sheriff Fernandez. Because it's the same exact voice. But
Hi, I'm Nancy.
it's interesting.
Drew,
I'd be interested to
the new
see people that
deputy
are like
curator over at Beach
the
Hill.
other way around.
So,
need
you're
those
Joanna
eggs,
Reed's
Nancy.
newest
If
pirate
they-
in training.
If they like
there's a
only
theater
hear
on the range with the
Alejandro
modern-day
when I talk to the
conquistadors.
sheriff. So
I beg your pardon, but how does a deputy curator become a pirate in your book?
You had better brush up on your history, young lady. When the Spanish explorers invaded Mexico, they became known as the conquistadors, or conquerors. They robbed the indigenous peoples of their wealth, not just their gold, but their artwork, their sacred objects. Anything they
yes,
did not steal, they
What
burned
if-
to the ground.
they pulled a Ned Charlie, and Sheriff Fernandez is just Alejandro's new identity. Random thought could have been outside locations. To me, all these locations are inside. Yeah, that's a really fair point. It would have been cool to have like some more locations, and also like to have more to do at some of the locations. Like there's, well, really all of the locations except the museum. You show up and you go into one room and talk to somebody and leave. Or like Nancy's hotel room, obviously you do a few things, but it's still just one room. But I don't know. I feel like some of these locations we could have had more things to do. They could have been more fleshed out. Or we could have just had less of them. I don't know. Like, for me, it doesn't really make any sense to have. Well, so I guess Taylor Sinclair is just on the board. So he wouldn't necessarily have an office at the museum. I don't know. But
Do you blame Joanna and modern-day art collectors for something that happened long before they were born?
There is more. In the 19th century, archaeologists discovered the ruins of ancient civilizations predating even the Aztecs. Many of the dig sites were robbed, and the stolen artifacts were sold off to art museums and collectors around the world. Today, finally, it is illegal among most civilized nations to remove an artifact from its native country. But sadly, there are thousands of precious antiquities with highly questionable provenance floating around the Western world.
don't hate the location of the ghost dogs, but they're all bad to me. You see one wooded area, you've seen it all. Does anyone agree? I would agree that that game is another one that it could use being more fleshed out. Because it's like a similar thing here. We have all the stuff around the cabin that you explore, which I think is all fine. I don't have any issue with that. But then what else do you go to the ranger station and you go inside one building and you just look inside a really tiny building, and you go to M's Emporium and you go inside a tiny building, and that's it. What I think that game could have really benefited from, I think I've said this before somewhere, but I don't remember if it was just in like private conversations or if I said this somewhere on like a stream. I don't remember. But I think it would have been really cool if instead of Red not being basically like on Sally's property or like right next door, like very questionable whether or not he's actually trespassing or not. / he's definitely being creepy. Because it's like he's up in a little like a hunting blind, I guess, in a tree, in the woods at night and with binoculars next to a house that has an 18-year-old girl staying by herself. And even before Nancy was there, like Sally's pretty young and by herself. Like it's creepy. Like it's unnecessarily creepy. I feel like it would have been better to have a location that was part of the park. Like part of the national park that you could go walk around and explore stuff. And maybe it was like near the property, but like it would have made more sense to me if he was just in the national park and there's a national park right there because there's Ranger Acres who's the park ranger and we never see the park that he's the park ranger. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like that would have been just a better way to handle it, in my opinion. But, you know, c'est la vie. You found yourself loving the Ghost Dog locations more in Everlast Replay? Yeah, I could see how they're similar to areas around you. But it's a ghost park. You can see the ghost dogs. They're not invisible. They're not that kind of ghost dog. But yeah, so I guess all that to say, I don't have any issue with the locations in the game. I just think that there's more locations that should have been in the game. Is I guess the better way of putting that. And that's how I feel with a number of games, especially some of the earlier ones. There's things I would like to see. I mean, heck, even with Curse of Blackmore Manor, like, and some of this was part of the original brainstorming for the game. They just didn't have the bandwidth to actually include it, which is originally they talked about like wanting to have it so you could actually go into the town, and you could actually go into the town and go to the pub and get food and all of that kind of stuff. You didn't just order everything in, and that would have been super cool. I think the idea of having like a garden aside, like the hedge mage and all of that would have been really cool. But that game it's kind of like this one, like but even more so, arguably, like there's a lot in that game that they've packed in. And so like they just ran out of bandwidth, basically. Kind of mixed opinions on museums in general. It can be fun in small doses, but after a while it gets boring. That's fair. There's some people that I think can find this game a little bit tedious because of just all the museum busy work, so to speak, which is completely fair.
What do you mean by questionable provenance?
What do you mean?
An artifact's provenance is the story of its origin and ownership. For example, how it made its way from a temple at Chichen Itza to a museum in Washington, D.C. If the artifact's provenance reveals that it has been stolen, then that artifact must be returned to the country of its origin.
Then the relics at Beach Hill must all be legitimate, right?
No, not at all. Provenance documents are often tampered with or forged to cover up the theft. Because of this, thefts continue and a great deal of art is moved on the black market, even today. Unethical art dealers
Hello,
and
Mr.
greedy
Pete.
museum curators do nothing to stop this.
Your child is crying for you.
Are you suggesting Beach Hill is involved in these kinds of misdealings?
If Joanna Riggs or that overstuffed pillowhead Sinclair had any decency, they would take measures to see that all Maya artifacts were returned to Mexico at once where they belong.
You like Tawny Carousel's setting more than the setting?
Suki,
I, in some sense, I would agree that I like the setting better, but I like how this game utilized its setting better, if that makes any sense. Like, I would rather have a more boring setting and all the gameplay make a lot of sense for what the setting is than to have a theme park that you never really fully interact with it as a theme park and hardly ever see rides or anything.
Measures are not taken.
My country will have its due, Nancy, even if I have to begin reclaiming its artifacts with my own 2 hands.
I see. Well, I should probably get going. Here are the
Nancy
changes
said,
to the loan agreement
I
for the
see.
monolith.
Anyway, I need to
just
do my
your
job.
signature, please.
Oh, I got it handed to him.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's a
I
little
have some
crinkled.
business
Someone
with
made a
Joanna
paper
at the
airplane
museum
out of
later,
it.
so I will return the contract to her then, after I have looked it over.
Actually, Alejandro, I think I'm supposed to take them back to Joanna myself.
You may consider your mission accomplished.
Well,
Oh, okay
okay
then.
Goodbye.
Anyway. How do I escape here? Okay. That was a really selective hotspot.
good thing Franklin gave me the museum key.
I guess it's closed for the day. Machine's almost back together. Well, that sounds promising. Oh, I don't want to mess with that save file. That sounds useful. Okie dokie. So let's go look at our to-do list. Is he here? Yeah, he's still here. He's still here, just whacking away on that vase. You get it, Henrik. You show that vase who's boss. Anyway. Did all that. Can I just...
I didn't finish
Aw.
it yet.
I was like, can I just check random things? Don't really want to do... Oh, okay. Wait. We can do something else. We gotta go up here. Oh, can I move, please? Okay. Oh dear. Spinning. Spiraling. This is me. This is what I look like. That's about how tall I am. That's what... So I played a game with Mr. Beat and a friend last night, and I played as a dwarf character. I was just like, this is basically how tall I am in real life. Not really, but might as well be. Hello, sir. Do you have the thing I need? I don't remember. This thing I need is up here, isn't it? Isn't that a thing? Sir, do you have the thing I need? Ah, it's right here. I got it. So taller than I... So, yeah, I think I am taller than you, and I did not realize that. I think I thought you, Tori, that you were kind of somewhat tall. And, like, I thought Charity was kind of tall. And then I met Charity in real life, and I was like, you are, like, a foot shorter than I thought you were. Like, I feel like she is, I don't remember how short she is. I'm pretty confident she's under 5 foot tall. Because I'm only 5'3", and she was notably shorter than me. Which is, like, completely fine. It's just something about her, like, any of her pictures she's done on Instagram, she looks so tall. Like, I straight up thought she was, like, as tall as 5'9" or something. I thought she was so tall. And then I met her, and I was like, everything I thought was true is a lie. It was just really funny. She was exactly the height you envisioned her to be. That's really funny. I was completely completely wrong in my thinking. It was very hilarious to see her with Sleuthy, because Sleuthy is fairly tall. Relatively tall. She's taller than me. And so when I met up with them, I like walked in and looked forward and I was like, she's that much shorter? I did not expect that. Also, hello, Maggie. Is it a Culver's Day?
I see you succeeded in reconstructing that Maya pot. Do you know what the glyph on it means?
Something like, don't play ball in the house?
Place name glyphs are some of the rarest. and
You
most
thought
difficult
Sleuthy
to
was shorter for
translate.
some reason? Oh no, she's
Even
taller
most
than
of my
me.
colleagues wouldn't have a clue about
I
this
think
one.
she's...
I'm a rare breed myself,
I want
Nancy.
to say she's
This is
maybe
one of my
like
areas of expertise.
at least 5'6", 5'7". Hold on. Let me... I can figure this out. I think I have a picture where she is standing next to... Yes. No? No. No, I don't. Okay, so I'm looking at a picture next to me. Okay, so I would guess that she's at least 5'7". And I think Charity might be around 5 foot. Just from looking at a picture. I am 5'3".
In the words of Nicholas Falcone, come on, spill it.
No
The
Culver
glyph on
Say,
that
got
pot
Starbucks earlier.
signifies the great
Trying to save money this
ancient
month.
Maya city of Copan in Honduras. There happens to be a very
I
important
love that
dig
we're
going on
saying
there
I
right
got
now.
Starbucks earlier and I'm trying to save money this month. Not putting the cat booty on the mouse pad. That is uncalled for. Liv wouldn't know anything about cat butts being inconvenient. Never. Absolutely not. Hello again, M. Glad to see you. I have cat fur all over my face. Suki, stop stealing the chat.
Do you know any of the archaeologists there?
I have a few connections. Yes, I'm keeping up with the action by ham radio.
So next month, Maggie pays this month's credit card. Maggie, do I need to submit you to that guy's YouTube channel where you do the financial audit? Then you can show him your credit card statement. Like, that's next month Maggie's problem. And you can explain your logic to him. Oh my gosh. It's so funny watching that sometimes. I don't remember how I first encountered it, but the first time I watched it, I don't even remember what the specifics were, but it was something where the people were like very clueless about what they were doing. And I watched it and I was like, man, I'm doing so much better than I thought. Like, it was convicting, but also like, at least I'm not doing that bad.
I'm supposed to order more packing supplies,
Ma'am,
but the company says they won't
please
do
don't
business
please don't
with us
report
anymore.
Maggie.
Does
Suki, that wouldn't be
Beach
very
Hill have
nice.
bills it can't pay?
No comment.
But Henrik, what will we do when we run out of packing
But
supplies?
Henrik, what will we do when we run out of packing supplies?
I hereby absolve you of that task. If Joanna wants things shipped, she can stuff them into garbage bags for all I care.
Not the garbage bags. I don't think I've ever had this conversation. That's great.
I'm not sure how to go about rearranging those exhibit
Not
narrations.
redeem
It's
packing
really quite
supplies.
simple. Check out the Convomatic auto narrator in shipping and receiving. You'll need some headphones.
Next month
First,
don't have double
determine
rents,
which
and
of
next
the
month Maggie
exhibits
is
in
more
the
free
main
cash.
hall
Okay,
could
that's so
rightly be
valid.
called Exhibit A. Change Exhibit A's narration number until you're seeing what you're hearing, or
Not
hearing
it
what
wasn't
you're
me and
seeing,
Mama Beat.
and it's all downhill from there.
I don't think you guys are clueless people in your 20s on a financial review show on YouTube, but maybe I'm completely misinformed.
See you around, Henrik.
I suspect you will.
Ma'am. What? Why? No. No, I'm gonna need you to take a chill pill. Okay, and do not step on the keyboard. Do not step on the key. Her foot got stuck on my hand. Liv's very quick to point out sass when she receives some. Okay, anyway. We should... let's check the... Okay, it's like 7:30. Let's go ahead and... I'm gonna save the game. So, there's something I was looking at with like old Nancy Drew games that I was thinking about with Key and even like Midnight in Salem recently. I was telling Mr. B, I was like, I know what the issue is with New Nancy, like why it's not fully giving. It's because New Nancy wants people to like her and actually cares about people's feelings. And that's not Nancy. Not this, But seriously, like, the sass? The giving zero craps about anything? Nancy leaving the country and not even telling her boyfriend she's leaving the country. Nancy, giving sass to people, the insensitive questions. Like, it's just so Nancy. But now Nancy's like, we have like, no, do not tear up my notepad. We've like softened Nancy to make her approachable and family friendly. And Nancy's over there like, she will ask you completely insensitive questions. And she will rub you the wrong way. She will be super blunt to the point it's painful. But she will solve the mystery. But like now we have Nancy being like, I couldn't possibly snoop in May's things, even though she's lying to me and she won't tell me the truth. I couldn't possibly. That would just be inappropriate. Nancy in the old games, standing there pressing like the security booth button endlessly to make people leave their desks so she can snoop. Nancy just breaking open tombs and not caring. Nancy breaking people's stuff, like. And like, I don't have an issue with Nancy being not insensitive about stuff with Elka, like when they're first talking and everything, because we have already seen that happened in Secret of the Old Clock. But that's not the issue. It's just the fact that there's all of it's the culmination of all of it. You know what I mean? Is this just me? Crappy music is not a redemption. M is being a silly goose. Humor writing was both off and lacking in Key 2. That's fair. And also, what? She's full of sass and also what when she wants to be? My brain is not understanding what word that is. Funniest thing to me in Key was probably unintentional. Oscars, ep. One of the funniest things to me in Key was when I could shove the milk inside the espresso machine, which was definitely unintentional. And Radix standing in the drawer in the shop, which was also unintentional. And a number of things which were unintentional. Our observations mean there's more to good Nancy writing, just as many Easter egg references to early games as you can think of. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I would like Nancy Drew in real life. So, okay. So you're saying that makes me think of something. This is reminding me of... Oh. Okay, I got you, Mama Beat. Sorry, my brain is not functioning in French mode today. So it's reminding me of Jane Austen's Emma and how, like, she was suspicious. She's like, people are not going to like this character. This character is very unlikable because she's just, like, so intense and just goes off the rails. And then people, like, love her because she's so realistic. Like, there's things about her and her experience and her feelings about stuff that we can relate to the feelings. Like, maybe we haven't been as dramatic as her and intense as her, but, like, we can relate to her and we've felt a lot of the ways that she's felt before. And I think there's things that are very relatable about her experience. But I think there's things about, like, that with Nancy too. Like, you know, Nancy being sassy and whip smart and all this, like, it's kind of goals. Like, Nancy's just standing there having zero tolerance for people's nonsense. It's what we're all thinking. Like, she's never saying anything that we're not all just thinking. And, you know, I don't know. Like, Nancy's kind of really intense and ridiculous, but, like, in the most lovable way possible. It's kind of hard to explain. Emma's case, she was just spoiled and immature. That too. Love to be part of the writing and voice director or anything that might help with the story, puzzle ideas and characters. I would also love to be a part of that kind of stuff for a Nancy Drew game. Like, especially, like, if it means we can go back to having, like, better, more in-depth stories and whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't know if what we have now is... Nancy's definitely spoiled, but also it doesn't have any warm and fuzzy vibes to me. Yeah, so Nancy's kind of spoiled, but she's also just, like, a really determined person. And she, like, in some sense, a little bit like Sherlock Holmes. Like, she kind of is just a very blunt to the point kind of person in a lot of ways. And she definitely cares about people, but she also, I don't know. I could see her being someone that, like, kind of rides the line of, not this. Like, I feel like Nancy kind of rides the line of caring about people, but also being willing to put people she cares about in harm's way and even pressuring them into doing things that they don't want to do for the greater good, because she has that kind of tunnel vision, and then she just, like, expects other people to have it too. like what we have seen in like Legend of the Crystal Skull. Like Nancy's kind of ridiculous with what she pressures Bess into doing. Like Nancy pretty much straight up pressures Bess into causing harm to someone to get Nancy information that she wants that's important, that ends up being helpful and like saves the day, you know? But like that arguably like that's not the way to do it. And Bess was clearly not comfortable with what Nancy put her up to, but she felt like she didn't have a choice. And so I don't know. Like I would love to see some of that come back with Nancy of, because I feel like they're kind of getting into like a new progression of the personal stage. Like we talked about the games, the categories, the eras, that's the word. And the last one before the newest games was the personal era. And this kind of feels like a new progression of the personal era. Like they're trying to delve more into Nancy a little bit of like making her more personable, whatever. I don't think we need to make her more personable, but I think delving more into her and like why she is the way she is, and having even some like angst or drama related to maybe her bad decision making skills on some things would be cool. Like to have that kind of thing come up where there's a big, you know, blow up about how Bess is like, I'm not just going to be the person that just gets pushed over the edge by you. And there's like drama in the friendship that has to be worked out because of it. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it could be really cool to see some more of Nancy and her relationship with her friends, where it's not just like, as much as I love Frank and Nancy, and I'm here for all of the Francie drama and the angst and the Ned and Nancy angst as part of that, I'm here for all of that. But I think it would be cool to see drama that's not just focused on like their relationships, like the romantic relationships, but to have drama with like Bess and George, or what they've kind of like started to hint at, but they're just not really talking about and like getting into it yet, of Nancy potentially like debating joining the detective agency with the Hardy Boys. Like that's a thing that is going to be an ongoing thing. And I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that and what like the decision is going to be in regards to that. But I don't know. Like that's clearly, I don't think that's just based on, she's got hesitancy about that. And I don't think it's all because of not wanting, I think there's a part of it that is Nancy recognizing that it will seem like she's choosing to do something with Frank, and that Ned might not like that. But I think there's a part of her too that like doesn't necessarily want to be tied down to something with other people, because she's kind of a very free spirit, like she's going to run off and do her thing kind of impulsively kind of person. And I think being tied in to an organization with other people would rope her into a commitment that I'm not sure she's ready to make. And so there's some, I don't know, I feel like there's some good like juicy stuff to get into, but we're just kind of skirting around the edges. Like we're not getting into it. And I think it could be delved into and it would be cool. Like the drama with Carson and Spy. Let's try something with a friend next. Exactly. I also thought that was good. It could have been even better, but I'm glad that we had that. Like I thought that was good. Trying to see what I'm missing. Also, hello, little one Cape. Glad to see you. Good luck with the unborking diagnostics, Mr. Pete. Would enjoy some interpersonal drama in the group that for once does not involve Ned. Exactly. That's where I'm at. Discussing how Nancy used to be so insensitive. Fun way how they're kind of softening her and now it's progressed. Yeah. All good, L. Hope dinner was good. Well, if there's something between George and Nancy, it'd be nice to actually give George something properly to do for once. Justice for George. Gonna stand for that forever. Yes, redeem justice for George. She's such a cool character, and they have done a number of things to flesh out her character and develop her more, so she's not just a slightly more tomboyish version of Bess. And I really appreciate it. Like I love the idea of having George be like be getting into like kind of techie, nerdy kind of things, but she always ends up feeling kind of like an afterthought. And I recognize that it does seem like, what is the password for this? I don't know. Is it Coco Kringle? Oh, yep. Casual. So I definitely feel like Bess is Nancy's best friend. And then like George is Nancy's friend also, but mainly because of Bess. That's kind of the vibe I get. But oh, I forgot this was in here. There's no music and it's very weird. There's cat fur absolutely everywhere. Like, I don't know, that's my kind of headcanon. That's the vibe I get. And I think that's okay. But I don't like that it feels like George has been pushed to the wayside. Like, you can make an argument that Deirdre has gotten better and more character development than George has, which is wild. So really want to see more from George. And just Bess and George in general. We haven't had them in a game in what, like 10 years? Over 10 years? So that needs to change. It's been more than 10 years, right? It was 1 year. I don't know. It's been a while. Kind of want a George heavy game. Agreed. Would love that. You can get through. Yeah, you can basically get through the whole game in Ash without playing as George. Clearly gave more attention to Bess's character model. Yeah. Well, okay. In their defense, during that time period, they were in the process of changing who the character model designer was, and so George looks all weird, and Deirdre also looks kind of weird, but in a different way. Trying to think. The execution of Brenda is also a bit questionable. And it would have been a perfect time to debut Ned. And I think a big part of why they didn't is because they knew they couldn't pull it off because of the changeover with the character designer at the time. So,
what
yeah.
in the Hagrid of Harry Potter is going on around here? What is this?
I do not know where Carter is.
Yay.
I'm assuming busy. I think he's in the process of moving.
Hufflepuff?
Fact George's option on Ash and kind of bridged in Med is very unfair to her. Yeah, 100%. We did get, quote, more George in Rand, but not much at the same time. Yeah, and that's a very accurate conclusion. At least the time we play as George and Rand is essential to the game. Yeah. But, like, okay. Changing one thing about Ransom of 7 ships, that would automatically make it a cooler game. Add Alibi and Ash's type swapping characters, or even Legend of Crystal Skull type swapping characters with George, and have there be 2 golf carts. Like, you bring Bess's golf cart back to the resort, and you can swap, and you can play as both characters. Or maybe you have maybe you can do that. I can't remember. Yeah, have it where you can play as both characters. Just wanted to have it go on the record that you're on here. He's not. Okay. I will have that noted for the record that you're in attendance and Carter is not. I want the best we get in like Shadowrange and Dog and Train on the phone. Banter is the best. Yeah, there was really good banter in those games. I'm trying to remember, did all 3 of those games have the same voice actors? There was some, the voice actors they had towards the beginning had really good chemistry with doing the banter back and forth. And I don't know about now. They've changed George's voice actor multiple times. I would not mind having a new voice actor for George again because I feel like she's changed a number of times. I would kind of like that Bess's voice actor back. I like her a lot. Like the last one we had. That Jennifer, I can't remember. There's not been many games in the past 10 years. Well, you know what I mean. Like they weren't in key. They weren't in mid. They weren't in C. They weren't in, gosh, this is testing me working backwards. What is the, oh no, I can't remember the order of games. Okay, it is Labyrinth of Lies and then Shattered Medallion. So we've now had 4 games in a row without them. And then we had them in the Shattered Medallion, and then going before that, they weren't in Spy. Bess was in Thornton Hall, but George was not. Neither of them were in The Deadly Device. And then only Bess was in Tomb of the Lost Queen. So in the past, is that 9 games? Yeah, the past 9 games, we've had George once. Can we talk about that? George has been featured once in the past 9 games. That is bonkers. That's bonkers. And Bess has been featured more so than that. Like, what is that? We have just Bess and Ghost of Thornton Hall because she's busy hanging out with Ned and watching a rom-com for some bonkers reason. And we have just Bess and Tomb of the Lost Queen for reasons. There's really not any explanation for that. I think in both of those, there's some claim that she's doing her... No, she's not doing the internship in Tomb of the Lost Queen. Oh, this is testing my memory. I know she's doing an internship thing during Ghost of Thornton Hall. I don't think she's doing anything with work in Tomb of the Lost Queen. But, like, where is she? Why isn't she there? Can't have George without Bess, but we can have Bess without George, apparently. See, that doesn't bother me too much because I feel like Bess is more best friends with Nancy than George is. Like, they just feel like closer friends. And I think part of that's because, like, we have the flashbacks in... Oh, there's another game, Silent Spy. Bess is technically in Silent Spy. She's not a phone character, but she's in the flashbacks. And that's another one. Like, there's not even character models involved. It's just a little bit of voice acting. We couldn't have George, too, in Silent Spy. We only have Bess. I mean, I feel like that's because they're talking about the whole thing of Bess being the one that's, like, actually best friends with Nancy, and then George is friends with Nancy because of Bess. But still, like, we couldn't... Why is George not in Tomb of the Lost Queen? Valid question. Just throwing it out there. Why not? It's a phone character. And it's, what, right after? That's the game right after Alibi and Ashes, right? Yeah. It's the game right after Alibi and Ashes. Theoretically, the voice actor's still around, like we just used her. Why didn't they put her in Tomb of the Lost Queen? It's a short game. A lot of people don't like it anyway. Why not add George? Add George. Would have made it better. Did we have Bess just sitting around being a flop and not knowing what to say besides panicking and watching a horror movie about Egypt and then scaring Nancy? But why didn't we have George? Would have been useful to have George there to be like, now Bess, don't panic that she's going to die from this curse. Why didn't we have that? Suki, what are you doing? I'm going to spiral. I'm going to stand on a soapbox and spiral. Why? Why is there no music in this game? It's like the opposite of key. There's just bub kiss. Ew. I didn't mean to do that. Is that it? That's all that's okay. No. 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 I will spray you. Like I sprayed that venomous spider this morning. It's fine. Wonder how many Clue Crew members could work for her. Just stage a coup. We'll just all take over. We'll just run the company for you. It's fine. Thinking Wizard Kitten could be a voice director and writer, but you have great points as well. I don't always agree with like all of her things on her videos talk about what she would change in the game, but she does make really good points. What all have we done so far? Oh, we're just sitting in silence for some reason. Can we not have music? Is that not allowed? How do I escape the computer? Oh, thank goodness. My gosh. Oh, now I have to put this back in. I hate how you have to move to trigger stuff again. Oh, Suki, get out of the bag. I'm gonna go insane. I'm just gonna go absolutely bonkers. Thought about applying to the marketing job. One time I was worried working on it all the time would make me lose my love for the games. Clearly not happen for the employees we interact with. Yeah, it's certainly something that can happen though. What all have we done so far? We're still pretty early in the game. Oh, I was supposed to be ending the stream. We've just been sitting here talking though. It's fine. We'll go a little bit longer. We can't go too long though, because I'll run out of space on my computer. Okay. 0 turtle shell. I've done all of the items on the to-do list except for the numbering thing and the audio thingy. Oh my gosh, the music stopped again. Heavens to Betsy. This is awful. Ugh. Can y'all do some redemptions or something? No one's done the cowboy one yet. Can someone do the cowboy? Greasy from spicy wontons. What? Okay. Sunny, you're losing me a little bit. This was the first reference to Sunny, right? Do an old lady voice for her if they need one. That would be funny.
I can't take it.
Especially because you're not a southern old lady. We've not done either of those. I did mention that video where we had the learning time to learn about the triangle. I already knew the strategy. I just didn't know why it was the strategy. You know what? You know what? We're gonna make some pictures. Because, oh, that's selfie mode. That's not it. What if I just made a selfie and I didn't realize, and I went to pull up my notes and it was just a selfie instead of the notes? That wouldn't be helpful. Okay. Stuff to work on. We're gonna... We don't need that. We don't need... Oh, password? Not this. What is that the password to? I don't know. Can I steal Nancy's hairbrush? I like the way it looks at night. So, we haven't even looked at any of the exhibits, really.
Well, that's because
I should look for the
late at
missing
night when I'm
tiles.
all alone, I put my face in the fire. Really?
Why is no one redeeming the cowboy one? Y'all are ridiculous. You did? Wait, did you redeem it? I don't know what you're talking about.
Those eggs, Nancy.
I'm not talking about Shadow. No, I'm not talking about Shadow Ranch. There's a new one. There's a new one. Oh. Oh dear. This game is your introduction to the ND series. Oh yeah. I don't think it's Redeem Cow. Oh, it is Redeeming Cowboy. Oh my word, I'm a mess.
I like you. Let's shake the dust off this small-time tomb, off our boots, and see the world together.
Okay. Oh no, I just broke the music. I broke everything.
I'm sorry you're hallucinating or whatever's going on with you, but I'm not doing cowboy anything. I'm staying as far east as I possibly can. I mean...
Okay, let's just start over.
Let's do it again.
Take those notes.
Absolutely.
Go with it.
Let's do it.
Oh no. I'm sorry you're hallucinating or whatever. That's from Grigor from Labyrinth of Lies. Talking to Xenia in like the audio recording things. Oh, we'll listen to it again.
With you, but I'm not doing cowboy anything. I'm staying as far east as I possibly can. I mean...
Okay, let's just start over.
Let's do it again.
Take those notes.
Absolutely.
Go with it.
Let's do it.
I am Lord Pakal. Oh, that's the wrong letter of the alphabet. Oh, that's the wrong letter of the alphabet. Okay. M U N. Okay, so these ones are already fine. So I need to figure out. Okay, so I only have to figure out 5 of them. Ow. Ow. I got this. I don't remember what these are. The redeemables are too quiet. I shall make the new ones louder. Oh, I need this. Okay. Wish the exhibit was real. That would be pretty cool. That's definitely that one. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, oop! Up the tile! Okay, so we need the other tile still. I don't remember where the other one is. Let's see if I can just do this from memory without doing nothing.
It's locked.
Thanks for that, Nancy. Had no idea. Alright, let's... Oh. Pro gamer time. Let's try to do this without...
The Maya used different methods to represent numbers.
Although the geographic...
Oh, no, that was right.
Although the geographic...
I think that was right. I think, maybe. Oh, no. Wait. No, it's not right.
Archaeologists work in some of the most
That's
remote
right.
areas.
That's it. Okay, C was...
Ceramic bowl.
The Maya were pantheist. Lady Zach Cook. I am Lord Pakal,
There it
ruler
is.
of the mighty kingdom.
The Maya king. Strange supernatural creatures, sometimes called monsters, played an important role.
Okay, so this is...
The date on this slab uses the Tzolk'in, or divine calendar, made up of 20 weeks each with a named day, and 13 weeks. The four miniature gods clinging to the vision serpent are the headband twins, Hun Ahau and Bilal.
No. No.
Ritualized blood.
No.
The Maya ball game was a...
No.
In addition to adorning themselves with jewelry.
That's it. That's the... No, it's not. That's not it. That's the other one.
The Maya used different methods to...
That's it. Okay. They're ritualized. Oh my gosh. Things that are so funny, but are also not funny at all and shouldn't be funny.
In addition to adorning
For
themselves
500.
with jewelry and...
There we go. Now, we just need to do this last one. No, this is the last one, which is going to be the only number left, which, if my calculations are correct, I have no idea what that number is.
The Maya used different methods to represent
No,
numbers.
it's... No. No?
There, that looks like it's in order.
Got it. Nailed it. I didn't make a single... Look at my notes. I made a note of the ones that Sunny... You can't really read that. I wrote down what Sunny said, and then I wrote down... I drew a map with like where the locations of just those ones were. But otherwise, I didn't make any notes for what was where. I just had it all up here. Oh my word. Maggie, I forgot that was your husband's name for a minute. I was like, what is Bob the horse doing taking a cat boy out? And what is a cat boy? Oh my gosh. Where's the tile? Excuse me, I've been turned into a cow. Can I go home now? They just came before I had a grasp on the concept of saving, so I restarted the game constantly. Didn't get very far on my own. Love the vibe so much I didn't care. Oh my word. That is so funny. Sounds good. I'm glad to see you back. Oh, no, I can... Hold on. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Let me just fight this door a little bit. It'll be fine. Okay. So now it's just the numbering thing, but I only have the one thing. I don't remember where the other one is. I thought for a second he was still here and I was very confused. Oh, we should make phone calls. That's a thing we should do.
I shouldn't be
touch.
messing around with this without permission.
Nancy, since when? Oh, I could do the temple thing. I get what you mean now. I just was very confused at first. How cool would it be to build the monolith out of foam and or wood? You can step aside. You can just use a refrigerator box. Probably do the same thing. Okay. Hunter, just for you while you're here. Let's hit it. Does this actually work? I always mean to ask that. I feel like the answer is no, but... It's... Oh, I have... Oh, no. Oh, I can't pass. I have to roll, I guess. Oh. Oh, I forgot. This is where you play against... This is where you play against yourself. Oh, man. Well, apparently ones are the most common roll for me right now. There we go. I forgot playing against the computer is just you controlling both of them. Ah. Man. I'm gonna pass. Want to take the risk? Oh, man. Playing bull against chat and they vote whether to roll or pass. Incredible. Okay, so here's what's confusing. So, you're playing against a computer, but the computer is you, but also the computer could be your friend, because you could have a friend sit here next to you, and you could take turns with the mouse playing each side. So so what's playing with a friend? Does it not work? Does it say, hey, this option's broken right now? No! I also played Curse of Blackmore Manor before this game. I forgot what character I was rolling for a minute. It's fine. Nailed it. Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy boy. Let's go. Oh, man. Incredible. Yes. Your introduction was the DVD game. I don't know if I don't think I ever played the DVD game. I don't know anything about it. Okay. So I got that. What happens if you do play against a friend? Okay, I thought it said it was not available. Why do we have that? What was the point of that?
I should put in my temple key card.
Yes, you should, Nancy. Great idea. Oh, I don't remember this at all. I don't know. Ah. Oh, this was... That's north. That's... okay. This is definitely one of these. No, I already did that one. Okay. This is gonna be like 19 or something. Yeah. No, this is... Hold on. Which one have I not done again? Wait, so which one is this one? Okay, so that's that. Oh, that's north. That's why it no work. Because I was just doing it completely wrong. This is that, and this is that, and this is that. Nailed it. Why do that thing correctly when you can just frantically guess and check? There is zero purpose. View your progress, just do the quiz. Whoop. Let's see if I can get all these without looking up the answers. Oh gosh. I'm spelling it wrong, aren't I? Exactly. Why read what glyph mean when few click do trick? Now you're thinking. Hubert. Reginald. Bo. Jaguar Man. I don't remember this one. Do I have a note about this somewhere? Me immediately giving up. I have a note on this like somewhere. I just don't know where that somewhere is. What is that? I don't know. What's that? Oh, that's Silence Pie. What's that? Is that taxes? That's definitely taxes. I don't know what that is. Hold on. That's goes to Thornton Hall. My eyeballs hurt. I don't know. Hello, Slab. Glad to see you. Hope your day's going well. Does someone want to give me a hint on the name or like the answer to this one? Because I'm not remembering and I don't want to go look. Because I have the lazy. It starts with like an A or a J or a some letter of the alphabet. You scoured sources on the internet? That's funny. Does anyone remember the name of this one, or do I need to Google it? I don't want to go look it up. Didn't play this game. Wait. Have you not played it like at all, or you haven't played it like as you're going through streaming them? Ma'am, why? Why are you crying so much? That sounds right. There we go. I was like, how do you spell that? Okay. So much cat hair. Ma'am, stop. No. Okay. Let's save that. Alrighty, Mr. Beat. I'm sorry. Well, cat's awake now. Jumped on the side of the office chair, climbed the rest of the way up, and now. But her cat. Not this. This poor mouse pad has been through so much. What else was I gonna do? I don't know where this other number thing is. I should probably go, like, meet all the characters, because I haven't met Sinclair yet. Not that anyone wants to, but, you know. Say lovey. Oh! App. Clicking. Frantic clicking. Ah!
Interesting.
Nancy Drew, or should I say, Detective Drew. I'm Sinclair.
I hate how his mustache changes how tall it is when he's talking, implying his lips are like curled upward like this when you're talking, and like when he's smiling or something. Like, how do you even? That's gonna get clipped and put somewhere. How do you even do that? How is he doing duck face right now?
Hi there. I guess you've done.
I don't like this man.
I was at a meeting.
Why
with
are his
the
nails
DOD
purple?
recently, and I caught wind of your appointment and your credentials. Very impressive, if I do say so myself.
Well, I'm not on a case right now, that's for sure. I'm the new deputy curator.
Why does he have little lady hands?
So, how's this for a specimen? Ever
A
seen
terrible
$1 million
comb
worth
over.
of rock before?
Do diamonds count?
Diamonds count?
Ouch. Well, they
Not
did say
collagen
you were
injections in his
Seriously,
lips.
though, thank goodness
Not
you're
Taylor
here.
Sinclair
I'm
getting
afraid the
lip
museum
filler.
may be in terrible jeopardy.
Not as scary as Ethel or Deirdre jump scare. Definitely one of the scariest characters, appearance-wise. Oh, gosh.
Oh no! Is there something I can do?
Joanna told me to butt out, but I'm so fond of Beach Hill, I just hate to see it fall prey to scoundrels.
Joanna told you to butt out? Of what?
It's
But
a sensitive
why?
subject. Meet me in my office later and I'll explain everything then.
You've got me worried. Can't we talk now?
Just meet me later. 707 Bing
Okay.
Cherry Boulevard. I've got to go. Enjoy your first day at Beach Hill.
Oh. Oh, no. No. Where's that other number tile? Anyone know that? Because I need that thing. Is he still at his place, or is he going to tell me he's closed because it's... He might be open. It's 6 a.m. now. I just puzzled...
Be there at this hour.
Ah, come on. I puzzled all the way through the night. Right? Isn't it 6 a.m.? 6:15 a.m. at that. When is it open? Oh, check the meeting. Oh, okay. See, it's 6:15 in the morning. He should be there. I'm gonna take an hour-and-a-half nap, and we're gonna be refreshed and ready to go. Who needs sleep when you can just power nap for an hour and a half? Nancy is most assuredly an expert power napper. Okay, so I'm supposed to be looking at things. Which... easier said than done. What if I opened... Aha! It was right there, okay. I didn't even realize that was it. I was like, what if I open this case and poke around inside? Because why not? I didn't realize that was actually where it was. Oh my word. Okay. So... this is one. This is like 7 or something. Oh, it is 7. It's 62. What a way to make a living. I feel like one of these weird things is gonna be 2. Maybe this is 3. That seems like a 3. I made a picture of things, but I don't really feel like getting it out yet. That seems like maybe that's... I feel like my student did this and he... yeah, I made pictures. So I know 1 dot is 1 and a bar is 5. So like this would be 10, so this would be 12. That would be 18. This is, I don't know what, that's maybe 16 or something. I don't remember what these symbols mean. This is 14. Ma'am. Please don't push that in the floor. Please don't push that in the floor either. No. This is symbol... Ma'am. Stop it. Bad. Okay. She yelled at us. Oh my word. Okay, I don't remember what that symbol means. Maybe my notes say anything. I feel like that's that. I don't know. Okay, so this is definitely that. Oh. Oh. Wait. So I don't know. What is this thing, though? Oh, those are fingers? Well, then what the heck is this? Oh, I think that's one. Is this a doctor? That looks doctory, I guess. Okay. So I think I have all the faces in the right spots. That's definitely 7. That seems right. That seems right. Yep. I think that's good. Okay, and then that's... This is probably... I am now questioning things. So something has gone horribly wrong. Was it that? Okay, I was doubting. Because this kind of matches the description of the number 10 one. Nailed it. It was that 1.5 hour nap. That's what I needed. Okay. Achoo. Now... Oh, I guess I stole the pen. It's fine. Oh, but I don't get to keep the pen. That's interesting. Oh yeah, I want to go ahead and...
Howdy.
Can I give that
Not howdy.
a try?
Absolutely not. The radios are too.
Absolutely not.
One has to be extremely careful about the kind of information one sends out over the airwaves. And I do not have time to monitor you. And besides, the vacuum tubes have been terribly fussy lately. If another one blows, I think I'll go mental.
See you around, Henrik.
Will do.
See ya, Mr. Egan. Vanderheen is Dutch, right? I have no idea. What do you want to know? What do you have to say?
Coming along.
When did Henrik come on board?
I got an email from him one day saying he heard the news about Beach Hill getting the monolith. He said he'd drop everything to come here and translate those glyphs. He was even willing to take a pay cut. What could I say except
Giddy up, you're hired.
I've got work to do.
Bye.
To be fair, I think that's what anyone would say. What am I going here for? Phone call. There's a phone here. That's what that was for. Oh no, I didn't write down the number for those people.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose. May I speak to Franklin Rose, please? Who may I say is calling? This is Nancy Drew. Just a minute, please.
I'm just imagining Nancy standing there dancing at the phone.
Internship treating you?
The Chaco Canyon people.
So far, so good, I think.
What's
There's a lot
Suki?
of work to do before we launch this
Why?
exhibit, but somehow we'll pull it off.
Glad to hear you're settling in. I'm off to a meeting, but feel free to call me if you have any questions.
That's all right, Tori.
I'm sure everything's going to be smooth sailing.
Hello,
Mr.
Casey.
Rose.
Bye, kiddo.
Oh, no. That was wrong. What, Suki?
Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's me, Nancy.
I'm so hungry.
What's new?
It's pouring rain. George and
I
I
did
are
not
gonna
eat
go on a
lunch,
heated game of
really.
Go Fish,
I
and
ate a small piece of bread.
Don't believe a word she says, Nancy.
And otherwise, I haven't eaten since early this morning.
We don't want to make you
I haven't
homesick.
eaten in like 12 hours apart from a little piece of bread.
So far, so good. There's a lot of excitement about the upcoming exhibit, especially since we have the Palenque monolith.
The who?
The monolith. It's a giant block of stone recently
The
excavated
monolith.
from a cave near Palenque in Mexico. Apparently, it's a very big deal. They
I'm
think it's
planning to eat
1,500
something.
years
Thanks
old.
for the novel idea, Maggie.
Seen it? This, monolith?
Yeah, it's humongous. Must weigh a ton.
I didn't have time. I was fighting the cockroach in the shower.
A refrigerator?
Maybe Bigfoot's refrigerator.
Sorry, Nancy, but how would a person tell this monolith apart from, say, some other big rock?
Well, for one thing, it has Maya glyphs carved into it.
It's not just a boulder.
Pictures that
It's a
represent
rock.
words or ideas, also known as logographs. Joanna says the glyphs might be a message from King Pakal.
What kind of message?
Pioneers used to
We
ride
don't
these
know yet.
babies from
Henrik
us.
Vanderheun, Beach Hill's epigrapher, is working on a translation.
Who was King Pakal?
He's considered one of the
I
great
love that
Maya
it flagged
rulers.
the phone
He reigned
number.
at the height of the Maya
That's incredible.
civilization.
Well, Nancy, you're sounding very curatorial.
Very curatorial indeed. We've been worried that you would be a little bored without a mystery to solve, but it sounds like your brain will have plenty to chew on.
The whole Maya culture is a mystery to me at the moment. The last thing I'm going to be is bored. I'm sure of that.
Speaking of kings, this card game's not over yet, Bess.
Yes, well, I hope you've got plenty of bait for your fishing pole, dear cousin.
Okay, you two. I'll call back later.
Call back soon.
Yeah, and good luck.
Apparently so. It's very funny. Hello, Suki. Are they not going to answer? Please answer. Can we talk? I'm supposed to call him from here, right? Maybe I just can't call him yet. Well. Oh, well, let's try to go talk to Sinclair. Now that he might actually be at his office. Whoop. Ma'am.
It's about time. Oh, my fears are like maggots infesting my poor old carcass. Want a cookie? They're from Oaxaca.
Not the maggot carcass followed by what a cookie. Would you feel like eating now? Now that I've talked about maggots infesting my carcass, would you like to eat? No. I'm trying to cut back.
I'm trying to cut back. Now, what's going on?
Oh my
The art world is
gosh.
being ransacked, Nancy. Prudence Rutherford, a major patron of the arts, had her fire ruby necklace stolen from her villa in Topeka. 2 weeks later, a whole display case full of rare Maya artifacts was heisted from a museum in New Mexico.
Hi, Suki.
What does this have to do with Beach Hill?
I'm just telling you, this community, our friends and colleagues, my people are being systematically trounced by thugs. Who's to say Beach Hill won't be
Not
next?
my people
You've
are
got to
systematically
do
under
something.
attack. Not this.
Doesn't Beach Hill have a security system in place?
The museum has a basic alarm system, but it's not exactly
In
state of
times
the
of
art.
hardship, the
I've
pioneers
urged
you see
Joanna
at
to approach the
Oaxaca.
board about making some security upgrades, but she just
Oh
keeps
my
saying that the
gosh.
timing isn't right to ask for money.
Suki, would you stop tearing up my stuff?
With so much writing on this exhibit? How can that be?
Who knows?
Oh dear.
I understand your concern, but what can I do to help?
We need your eagle eyes. We need your bat ears. We need you to sniff out the stink of trouble.
Not the bat ears.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I'm just a detective, you know.
I'm not bionic.
Don't play modest mouse with me.
Okay, no more flattery. Hey, that's an interesting piece.
Oh
There
my
by your
gosh.
desk. Something tells me it's not a Maya artifact.
How about that rubber shark? The artist's name is Poppy Dada. She's a teenager in South Dakota. The art world is going bananas over her stuff. I'll unload that one for some serious dinero.
Maybe someone should put a beat to that. Make your punch drunk now. I'm so tired. I woke up pretty early this morning for how late I went to bed. At least I didn't go to bed at 5 a.m. again. So, you know when it's like midnight and you're Googling free computer drafting software and you're just hanging out, and then you blink and you look at the clock and it's 5 a.m. and you've done a drawing in 3D software of like 2/3 of Nancy's house. You know when that happens? Maybe that's not as relatable as I feel like it is. Anyway. Just hyper-focus things. It's fine. Oh dear, there's so much to talk about.
Is Poppy Dada her real name?
I wish I was that protective. I also managed to... So there's this new album I was listening to, and I had it on... So this is the problem. I played this album, and I had it on loop, and so I was sitting there working and just like really like extreme hyper-focus, and so I had the same music playing on loop in my earbuds. And my earbuds were almost dead by the end of this, by the way. But every single one of those songs is probably in my current like most played list on Spotify right now because I played them for 4 hours straight, at least. No, I was playing those for like over 5 hours.
Joanna says you performed an act of wizardry in helping Beach Hill acquire the Pakal carving.
Getting those provenance docs
Yeah, I
together
literally...
was a pig and a half. Oh, they're on the up and up, I assure you.
Not a pig and a half. I'm gonna start using that.
Of my career back before
Okay.
the crackdown.
So,
Those were the days.
So guys, we're bringing back Fab, and we're bringing back a pig and a half.
A pig and a half?
Maybe sometime I'll tell you a sad story I call How Mexico Lost Its Sense of Humor. Not today, though, Nancy.
Not today.
Alejandro says you're unethical, a modern-day conquistador, that you're robbing Mexico of its cultural history.
And I say Alejandro is the real bully of the playground, a lunch money extortionist who loves nothing more than to see the other boys and girls go hungry.
Why can't we have good dialogue like this anymore? Like, who's writing the dialogue these days? Like... How did we go from that was a pig and a half, I need your bat ears and your eagle eyes, to My mom was a spy? After she's been told like 4 times in a row. Anyway.
When you sell a piece of art, what kind of commission do you get?
Standard, 10%. It's no king's ransom, unless of course you sell something for $1 million. Too bad I'm not allowed to put that monolith on the market, huh?
I'm not even talking about key. I'm just talking about the progression over time.
I'd better get going.
Keep up the good work.
It's like we have more dialogue now, but it's less iconic dialogue. And I guess we're just gonna go back here for now. I should probably talk to Alejandro more during this playthrough, because I feel like I never talked to him enough. I probably need to go ahead and pause for tonight now, though. More like chatter. Well... hold on. So I feel like... mainly miss filler conversation. I loved having... yeah, like, I miss being able to talk to Nancy's friends about just random stuff going on with them and, like, things going on in their lives. But, I feel like in general, it's like we have more characters. They've added all these more characters, and we have conversations with characters where it's just we talk about a lot of things, but not necessarily always super in-depth, and maybe kind of in-depth. But like in the older games, like this game, the dialogue is much more condensed and shortened, but it's like almost every word that is said is impactful. So it's very dense, concentrated, impactful dialogue, if that makes sense. Whereas the newer games, it's like we want to be more floaty and we can be more flowery and have more words and stuff, and things just aren't said as sharply. I don't know how to put it well. Want to call our friends, hear about what they're doing, update them with the case. Same. I agree. Not everyone feels that way. There's some people that don't miss that because they never really called Nancy's friends to begin with, but I'm definitely a big always call Nancy's friends kind of person. Yeah, like succinctly, but like in a really good way. Like things where everyone was more witty. Like they just said more clever things. And now I feel like we've gone away from that. So whenever it has to do anything to do with dialogue skipping, you can do in the newer games. I don't think it's just that. I think some of the newer games still retain some of that. And I think we've been going away from it since before we could skip dialogue. Like even the experimental era, we started going away from that. But yeah. Anyway, just interesting. Just food for thought. But I need to get off here. I am tired. I haven't eaten. I need food. Aspect of the early Nancy games, they allowed the player to be lost. Being lost is not necessarily bad, but it's hard to describe. The column of just aimlessly wandering. I agree with that, but I think again, it's like we've replaced wandering around being lost because you're just not picking up on clues and maybe forget what you're supposed to do next, and you're content to just wander around and talk to people and look at the environments and stuff. We've replaced that with thumping you with puzzles, but then not having much to do outside of the linear plot that's laid out for you. And so, like, here's an observation for Key. When it comes to puzzles, you're either stuck in the puzzle until you complete it and cannot leave and go somewhere else. Or you are not sure about like what you're needing to do next and whatnot, and there's no way to ask for guidance on what to do next because you can't call your friends and ask and all that kind of stuff. And so you end up just kind of wandering around in circles, try to talk to everybody, and then you can make coffees for 30 minutes or so and try to like pick your brain and think about what you were supposed to be doing next. Because there's things where it's like you can just not pick up a book or something, and then you can't progress the game. And if they just done like we had in most of the rest of the games, where like I could call Ned or I could call the Hardy Boys or whoever, doesn't even matter who. If I could call somebody and be like, hey, here's what's going on with the case and I'm kind of stuck right now. They could be like, have you thoroughly checked out the bookshelves? Or, you know, they could say one of those hints, like giving direction. But yeah. So that's my feeling. I feel like that was something I would have liked to see in Key, but yeah, I'm someone who definitely, when I play the games, and maybe it doesn't always look this way on stream, but you know, I don't stream the games and playing them necessarily the way that I would play them when I'm just playing them by myself without somebody watching. I do a lot more of going around and I'll do the mini games and I'll talk to everyone. Like I'll try to exhaust all conversation options with absolutely everyone. Phone conversations, in-person conversations, everything. Try to be really thorough. Frequently do the puzzles without cheating. Like there's just a lot about how I do things that I try to be like really, really thorough, and I like being really immersed in the environment. And so doing some of the things like mini games is really nice for that. Talking to Nancy's friends about what we're up to is really good. But yeah, so those are some of the things I like. I know I am drinking water. I'm gonna go drink more water and I'm gonna go eat. And I'm gonna put the chickens up. It's still too light out. They'll go to bed, or yeah, well, that works. They'll be put up soon. Like when I'd already talked to Radek before day ended and it just cut to black in the middle of the ended taste scene. Yeah. There's also, arguably, you can time travel in Key because of the way stuff is done. You can technically go back and forth in time at certain points. But anyway, that is part of a conversation for another time. I'm still working on my review for Key and documenting things. I want to have some review stuff for Key that is a little more concise. Like my Steam review is going to be a little more concise. I might do a shorter video and a longer video. I don't know exactly, but I'm definitely going to have a video that is thorough enough that everyone might hate me afterwards. Just because, like, it might, and I don't want it to be interpreted as I'm just saying it's a terrible game. It's got all these problems and these are just atrocious. But it's more just that so many people have said their thoughts on like, oh, I want this to be different, that to be different, whatever. And there's a part of me that's like, I just want to address literally every aspect of the game. Like every single part of it, I want to give feedback on. Because going forward, I think there are things that ought to be different. And I think everyone kind of agrees on that. And it's already been the case some where there's definitely things that improved and changed from mid into Key. And then there's other things that I'm, part of me wonders, did no one give feedback on that? Did no one say we want this to be a certain way and so it wasn't changed or it wasn't done a certain way? Whatever. So anyway, I'm going to try to be really thorough. And like I said, it might drive people crazy. Maybe no one will want to watch it, but that's what I want to put out. So, anyway, now we're swapping back to the intense song. I need to get off and go eat and all that. And you guys need to get on with the rest of your night and not listen to me sitting here rambling and fighting my cat. So, There's so much to talk about. Honestly, I might do a discussion video or like a live stream at some point to just sit and chat about it. Where we just chat about everything in Key. Have it open to spoilers, all that kind of stuff. Just because I feel like there's a lot to say in just conversation, and it might be fun. But, yeah, anyway. I'm gonna head out for the night. Thank you all for being here, hanging out in the chat, and participating. And I will be doing part 2 of this next week. And, not sure about the rest of this week and whatever, but I do have some of the fun new game stuff I want to do over on Twitch, so that'll be a lot of fun. And I will let you guys know when I get around to that. But in the meantime, thanks for being here. And I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.